Yes, please. Thank you. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Gopi Jan Vallabha Girivar Dhari. Jai Gopi Jan Vallabha Girivar Dhari. Yashodanandan Braj Jan Ranjana. 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 Jamuna Tira Vanchari. Jamuna Tira Vanchari. Jamuna Tira Vanchari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Everybody, loudly. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Gauranitai, 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 Jai Gauranitai. Jai Jagannatha, Jagannatha, Baladeva, Jayo Subhadrama. Jai Radha, Govind Radha, Govind Radhe. Jai Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada. हरिनाम संकीर्तन की, शिष्य नित्य गौर सुंदर भगवान की, शिष्य जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की, शिष्य राधा गोविंद देव की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, समस्त वैष्णव वृंद की, गौर प्रेमानंदे. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Hare Krishna. We welcome everyone for this daily Srimad Bhagavatam class. And I seek blessings of Maharaj. Please forgive me, I am speaking and you are listening today. You should be here. Thank you. So today we are going to speak from Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 10, Chapter 20, verse 19. I believe that is on the board. Yes? That is on the screen. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Nararaja Udupaschanna. Nararaja Udupaschanna. Swajyotsana Rajiter Ganhe. Swajyotsana Rajiter Ganhe. Aham Matya Bhasitaya. Aham atyabhasitaya swabhasa purusho yatha swabhasa purusho yatha nararajo udupaschanna swajyotsana rajiter ghane aham matyabhasitaya swabhasa purusho yatha. Nararajodupaschana swajyotsanarajitergane aham matyabhasitaya swabhasa purusho yatha. Rajitergane aham atyabhasitaya swabhasa purusho yatha. Nararajodupaschanna swajyotsanarajitergane aham matyabhasitaya swabhasa purusho yatha. Nararajodupaschanna swajyotsanarajitergane aham matyabhasitya swabhasa purusho yatha. Matajis. Nararajodupaschanna swajyotsanarajitergane aham matyabhasitya swabhasa purusho yatha. Swajyotsanarajitergane aham matyabhasitya swabhasa purusho yatha. Nararaja did not shine forth. Urupaha, the moon, Chana, covered, Swajyotsana, by its own light, Rajita, which are illuminated, Ghane, by the clouds, Ahammatya, by false ego, Bhasitaya, which is illuminated, Swabhasa, by his own luster, Purusha, the living entity, Yatha, as. Translation and purport. During the rainy season, the moon was prevented from appearing directly by the covering of the clouds, which were themselves illuminated by the moon's rays. Similarly, the living being in material existence is prevented from appearing directly by the covering of the false ego, which is itself illuminated by the consciousness of the pure soul. Purport. The analogy given here is excellent. During the rainy season, we cannot see the moon in the sky because the moon is covered by clouds. These clouds, however, are radiant with the glow of the moon's own rays. Similarly, in our conditioned material existence, we cannot directly perceive the soul because our consciousness is covered by the false ego, which is the false identification with the material world and the material body. Yet it is the soul's own consciousness that illumines the false ego. As the Gita describes, the energy of the soul is consciousness. And when this consciousness manifests through the screen of false ego, it appears as dull material consciousness. Even great philosophers ultimately resort to hazy ambiguities when speaking about the absolute truth. Just as the cloudy sky manifests only in a dull and indirect way the iridescent light of the moon. In material life, our false ego is often enthusiastic, hopeful, and apparently aware of various material affairs. And such consciousness encourages us to push on in material existence. But in truth, we are merely experiencing the dull reflection of our original pure consciousness, which is Krishna consciousness. Direct perception of the soul and God. Not realizing that the false ego merely hampers and dulls our real spiritual consciousness, which is fully enlightened and blissful. We mistakenly think that material consciousness is full of knowledge and happiness. This is comparable to thinking that the luminous clouds are lighting up the night sky, while the fact it is the moonshine that illumines the sky, and the clouds are that merely dull and hamper the moonshine. The clouds appear luminous because they are filtering and impeding the brilliant rays of the moon. Similarly, at times, material consciousness appears pleasurable or enlightened because it is screening or filtering the original blissful and enlightened consciousness coming directly from the soul. If we can understand the ingenious analogy given in this verse, we can easily advance in Krishna consciousness. Om Ajnanatimrandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Sampadantikam Vandeham Shri Yudapata Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnamam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagan Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajiva Sadhavetam Savadhutam Parijan Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vatam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deen Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrinda Vaneshwari Vrish Bhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vacha Kalpatrubhyascha Kirpa Sindhu Bhevacha Patitanam Pavane Bhayo Vaishnave Bhayo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advait Gadadhar Shrivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. It's a very beautiful verse. The devotees who are continuously coming on regular basis, they know this chapter, they know the episode, the background. This chapter is describing the beginning of the Chaturmas, which is the rainy season. The beauties of the rainy season in the Vrajadham is being described in this wonderful chapter. That how beautiful is the rainy season, Savan, in Vrajadham. They put beautiful swings for Radha Krishna. They decorate the altars. They decorate mandir. They decorate their homes because this month is very pleasurable for the leelas of Radha and Krishna. The nice cool breeze is flowing. The birds are chirping. The peacock is dancing. See the rain clouds. When Prabhupada mentioned, there was a debate about how Krishna looks. Normally in ISKCON temple, Krishna is always which color? Black, In other temple, Krishna is white, normally, right? And there was a debate going on. Prabhupada, what is Krishna's original color? It's black or white? In ISKCON we have black. In many temples we have white Krishna. Then it was the same month actually, the month of rainy season, monsoon. And Srila Prabhupada looked in the sky and he said, can you see this monsoon cloud? That's how Krishna exactly looks like. He's not black or white. He's beyond the explanation of the Kavis. They say Kavi can reach where even Ravi cannot reach. Kavi can go even where the sun rays cannot go due to imagination and the writing ability of an author or Kavi. He can describe Krishna's beauty. But Prabhupada says, it is beyond the explanation, even by a Kavi, how exactly Krishna looks. We all say Krishna is beautiful. That is true. But how much Krishna is beautiful, it is difficult to describe. And Prabhupada described in a word, Krishna looks like rain cloud in the month of monsoon, So devotees, when they look at rain cloud, they can remember Krishna always, How beautiful Krishna would be, if rain clouds are so wonderful. So, it's a very wonderful analogy is being given here. That during the rainy season, at the night time, if it is a full moon night in the rainy season, the dark clouds are covering the sky and they are covering the moon. So the moon shine directly cannot reach us. We cannot perceive direct wonderful moon rays because it's been obstacled and filtered by dark rain clouds. But due to the presence of moon in a full moon night, clouds become radiant. Have you noticed? On a full moon night, if clouds are covering, clouds are not dark or ferocious or dangerous looking anymore. They become nice and bright. And this verse explains, just like clouds become illuminated, but any knowledge person knows that clouds are not shining on its own. They are brightened. They are shining due to the presence of moon. Yes. Because moon is behind cloud and clouds are trying to cover moon. So clouds become partially illuminated. They become very nice looking, little brighter than normal. On a dark night, clouds becomes very dull, black and dangerous. They don't look beautiful. So this point is being described. A wonderful analogy is given here. Similarly, Jiva, we, living being, our pure consciousness is Krishna consciousness, which is very blissful, happy, full of knowledge, bliss, and eternity. But when we fall down this material world, due to contamination of three modes of material nature, we get diluted, we get adulterated. And then we start relating our existence to our belongings, to our relations, material relations, to our possessions, to our achievements, to our family background, to what body we possess, to color of our body, to family in which we take birth, to a nation of our passport nationality. So we start relating with so many material temporary possessions and portfolios. And that's how our pure consciousness, like a pure moon rays, they are being covered now with our wrong identification, our misidentification. And this verse very boldly and clearly explains that is misidentification, that is wrong identification, which is covering our beautiful consciousness, like moon rays are covered by dark clouds. But still clouds are becoming partially illuminated. Similarly, our consciousness is covered by our misidentification. And that misidentification, this verse explained, is called false ego. Thank you, Maharaj. False ego. And this whole verse and purport, if you read thoroughly, this is centered around one key word. Every lecture or seminar or katha, we always emphasize in ISKCON, what are you taking home? In other places, there's so many crowd pullers. You see, they organize big Bhagavad katha. hundred and thousand of people gather. But at the end of that Bhagavatam Saptah, if you ask them, what are you taking home? They have no clue. Because speaker doesn't emphasize on change of the lifestyle. If you ask, how was the katha? Wonderful, wonderful, very musical, full of dance and nice, discourses. But what is take home for you? They are not sure. Because the speaker is not recommending the glories of chanting or glories of offering food to Krishna before we honor prasadam, the glories of sadhu sangha, the glories of braj, the glories of scriptures. So there are as many crowd pullers as the number of TV channels. You can change channel, you'll find a new speaker of Bhagavatam. And they're good crowd pullers. And they charge hefty amounts. They charge in many, many lakhs for one katha or one visit, And they pull the crowd, they become superstar. But can they transform the consciousness? That is my point today. So they have nothing to offer which people, the listeners, can take home and change their lifestyle. How many people take up chanting after listening to so many kathas going around in this country? But in ISKCON, Prabhupada trained us that we should always speak on the authority of scriptures, and our every class should be centered. It should be well prepared, well composed, and well presented. It should be centered to the integral component of the verse and the purport. If you are not delivering a central point and there's no take home for listeners, what is the use of class? Anyone can prepare a very good PowerPoint presentation, show nice slideshow, audio, visual, crack some jokes, make people laugh. But if there's no take home, what is the benefit? You're getting my point? So, my original point was this whole verse and purport is centered towards a key word. And the key word is, Maharaj said, false ego. That is a key word. When I was preparing, I said, oh, wonderful. I got something to speak on today. In some verses, it's difficult to find a key word. Then you have to really put your brain. What is the inside? What Prabhupada want to make a point? Then you get a keyword. But in this, it was a ready-made keyword. It made my life easy, In purport also, so many times this false ego is emphasized, repeated, and centered. It's a wonderful analogy actually. Of cloud is covering the moon rays, and cloud becomes illuminated. Now cloud can become puffed up. Look at me, I'm so bright, I'm so effulgent, I'm so illuminated. That will be cloud's false ego. Originally, cloud should understand that they become illuminated thanks to moon, full moon and moon rays. They have no capacity to illuminate on their own. Similarly, we, living entity, if we believe we are illuminated, of course we are illuminated because we are part and parcel of Krishna. But that slight illumination is due to presence of soul. And what is the symptom of soul? Consciousness. Anyone who is conscious, soul exists. When soul leaves the body, there is no consciousness. Then we offer the body to wood fire. And the same body does not protest. Right? When we offer little incense or lamp to Krishna, and by mistake, if our finger touch the matchstick fire, and we say, Krishna, it's so painful just by touching the matchstick, by lighting up the incense. And the same body, when consciousness is not conscious anymore, the soul has left the body, there's no protest. We offer to the fire, we do antim samskara, and there's no protest. Because there's no consciousness. Many times in life we get puffed up like clouds due to our partial effulgence, which is solely due to the presence of soul. And a jnani, a less intelligent person, has no clue how wonderful is the soul and how wonder it can create as long as it is present in the body. The soul can create havoc or it can take us back to Godhead, If properly capitalized and utilized with expert training under the care of a spiritual master, spiritual teacher, In Bhagavad Gita, in introduction actually, Prabhupada writes very beautifully, when we are materially contaminated, it's an introduction of Bhagavad Gita, we are called conditioned. False consciousness is exhibited under the impression that I am a product of material nature. This is in Bhagavad Gita introduction. And Prabhupada is setting the mood before we start reading Bhagavad Gita. So we have to get out of this false ego syndrome. The moment we relate ourselves with that I am a product of this material nature. And that is called, Prabhupada says, and that misidentification is called false ego. And before even we start studying Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada warns us in the beginning of introduction that we have to identify first. If you are going to read Bhagavad Gita, you have to know about your identity. The whole world is moving with a simple problem which is called misidentification. People don't know who they are. There's a nice little story. There was a lion king, and everyone knows lion is king in the forest, And the lion and all other animals were very much worried about this lion. Because lion was king. He could, capture any little animal. He could eat any animal. And all animal would flee in the fear of that lion king is coming. They were very fearful. And of course, they were very, upset with the lions eating their siblings and family man. So they were having so many meetings, but they were unable to control lion. He was king. So this lioness, she gave a birth to a cub, a baby lion. And the whole entire population, animals of this forest, they made a plan. Let's steal this newly born lion baby, because if he grows up, he will also kill us. And they somehow, they stole the little cub, the newly born baby of lioness, and they took them to their own area where all the dogs were staying. The family of dogs, they started upbringing this baby. The baby is originally a lion, But now, this baby is being upbrought in the community of dogs. And this lion forgets about his original identification. He forgot that he was born in a lion family and he's a lion. Because everyone was barking. So he picked up the same sound and same accent. He started barking. He started behaving like dogs. If all the dogs would say, "Oh, lion is coming, we have to run to save our life," this lion also would run in fear of the lion is coming. So that's how this lion was being abroad. That was his upbringing. And now he is a grown-up young man. He's a grown-up young lion. But he's suffering due to his misidentification, just like most of the living entity of this material world. So he was fearful of lion. He would talk and bark like dogs. He would eat like dogs. He had no clue he's a lion. And one day, some other animal from other forest visited this particular forest of dogs where this lion was staying with the dogs in a dog family. And looking at a big dog this lion was running and the dog, come here, come here. Why are you running, Baba? You are king. I should be fearful of you. Why you are running like a dog? He said, who am I then? He said, you are a lion. He said, who is this lion? He said, lion is king. You are a lion king of the forest. He said, I didn't know that. He said, because nobody told you. So now this dog from other forest, he is taking a position of a Shiksha Guru. Okay? Like we have so many Shiksha Gurus and counselors. So he is counseling. He became a Shiksha Guru. That is the business of a Shiksha Guru, right? To make us aware of our real consciousness, real identity. So he made him understood. You are not dog. You are behaving like a dog. You are mand buddhi, Like Bhagavatam say, mand subandh, mand bhagya. In Kali Yuga, everyone will be dull-headed. Intelligence will be dull. Everyone will be slow. Intelligence will be slow. People of Kali Yuga will have slow intelligence, less age duration, slow thinking power. Everything will be slow. But they will like fast music, fast roads, fast food. But the intelligence will become very slow. It is described in Srimad Bhagavatam. And this dog from other forests is teaching wisdom to this misidentified lion, behaving like a dog. He said, okay, I'm a lion, yes. So what lion should do? He said, you stop barking like dog first. The lion should roar. Wow! And the moment he roars, first time in his life, the whole bunch of dogs started fleeing here and there. And then he understood his real power. The moment he came to his senses. So now being a part and parcel of Krishna, Krishna assured us in Bhagavad Gita that Mame Mansho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. That each and every living entity is my part and parcel. And this is very reassuring words. The moment we come to know that I am part and parcel of Krishna, for anyone it is natural to become fearless and feel happiness. Just by coming to its original consciousness. I'm not a dog anymore, I'm a lion king. I'm not an ordinary person. I am part and parcel of Krishna. Krishna, the most beautiful, the richest person, the most powerful, full of wisdom, and the most renounced. I am the son, eternal son or daughter of such a supreme father who is possessor of all the five opulences to unlimited quantity. I am a child of such a supreme father. How assuring, it gives reassurance. It doesn't matter in what calamities or dukkha you are going through in your life. But the moment we come to our senses, original consciousness, which is Krishna consciousness, that I am not ordinary person. My father is very rich, very beautiful, very wise, blah, 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 He's full of all the opulences. And I am part and parcel of such a supreme father who is Krishna. Then we will stop behaving like that lion who was behaving like dog. So we are also lion spiritually, We are very powerful spiritually. We can change the course of our life. By performing the right karmas according to scriptures and our spiritual teachers, we can change our destiny, which Vedas say cannot be changed. It's difficult to believe, but it is true. The destiny can be changed, which is not changeable as per Vedas. But Bhakti Yoga is so potent. I'll tell you a real story actually before we conclude. To get a job in Indian bank, there's a competition. There's a very written exam, very tough exam. That is for clerical exam. There is a very advanced exam which is called for, anyone knows? if you have to get a job of senior category in bank, which exam is that? Anyone prepared for that ever? Have you heard about probation officer, PO exam? It's a very tough exam, Banking sector, It's called PO, probationer officer exam. Very tough. Then you get job in a banking sector directly at a officer level. Okay? You don't have to start from clerical job. It's quite tough. I would say it is a number 4 toughest exam in India, Number 4. First is, I think, UPSC to become IAS. Second is chartered accountant. Third is IIT. And fourth category is a PO exam. So, there was a young girl, and this is a true story. It is not Shastric, so you cannot say, oh, it happened in books only. Give me the real story, This is about 25 years old story. About 25 years old. And she gave exam of banking officer exam. And she cleared the exam, and then she had to appear for group discussion and then interview, and then there's a whole process to get a job. When she gave exam, she started Krishna consciousness. Just after giving exam, written exam, she started associating with devotees. She took up chanting. She was coming to a Bhakti Vriksha. And then after 6 months, she got a letter that she has cleared exam, and now she has to appear for group discussion, which is next level. And if she cleared group discussion, she would get a chance to appear for final interview, which was the third and final round of selection procedure. And by the time she got a letter after 6 months, she became devotee. She was very sincere chanter. Then she cleared written a group discussion. She cleared interview. Now she got appointment letter. She had to join. She went in. It was in State Bank of India. She went to the corporate office in State Bank of India for joining. And joining, she had to do her thumb impression and palm impression, all the process, which they have taken their palm and thumb impression at the time of written exam also. It was a process. And now they again took thumb impression, everything. And they said, you are not the same person. Your thumb impression doesn't match what you gave on your written exam. And she was horrified. She was very confused. And you can imagine, the person who put, 4 or 5 years preparation to clear the exam. They cleared all the rounds. And on the joining day, their, HR department is saying, no, there's something wrong. Look at this. This biometric thumb impression doesn't match with your original thumb impression, which you gave on the day of your written examination. She said, you can check my credentials, my certificates, my ID cards. Look at my this ID, driving license, Aadhaar, PAN, passport, whatever. I am the same person. And nobody could understand what is happening. Then she had to give affidavit, legal process. And she had to prove that she is the same person. Eventually she got a job. But when she spoke to senior Vaishnava, what happened? She went to astrologer also, Prime Minister also. And they said, you were chanting on beads. So your destiny, circular lines of thumb got changed. The Prime Minister said, your life has so many problems. Your hand was very complicated before. Complicated, you understand? People who are always confused, always dukhi, always fearful. They're very complicated palm. And after taking up chanting, and his thumb become very clear, mode of goodness. And then she told the story, and we were, Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai. Because you took up chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And she was a sincere chanter. So, once we know our real identity, the destiny who cannot be changed as per Karma Kand, that also can be changed with Bhakti Yoga. In Nectar of Devotion, we study that the glories of devotional service. And there's a debate in other sects of devotees. They say, Bhakti Yoga can change everything, but it cannot change prarabdha, which is manifested your karmic reaction. And Rupa Goswami said, no, even prarabdha can be changed. Even bhakti has potency and power to nullify and destroy your prarabdha also. Which not many sect of devotees of different sampradaya believe. They believe that bhakti can destroy when your seed is at seed level or is fructifying or at bud level, but not when it has taken shape of a full blossom flower. Then you have to face the reaction. But Rupa Goswami differs. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu differs. He said, no, don't underestimate the power of bhakti yoga. That will be offensive. So it's a very powerful process which Srila Prabhupada gave us. Sometimes we think this is not possible because we are accustomed to get a small thing in this material world with a lot of difficulty. And sometimes we don't get that too. So we think, it's too good to be true. It's too good to be true. You say, just chant Hare Krishna and everything will be all right. It's too good to be true. Anybody can chant Hare Krishna. What a big deal, right? Anyone can chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Prabhupada was giving a lecture of Srimad Bhagavatam. And at the end of the class, one devotee asked a question. He said, Prabhupada, I love your classes. The way you explain with analogy. You make us understood everything very nicely. But after class, people come up to you with different set of problems. Their problems are, different. Domestic problem, business problem, health problem, money problem, relationship problem. But I don't understand one thing, Prabhupada. Even doctor does not give same medicine to different disease. He gives different medicine to different disease people, But you tell everyone, okay, just chant Hare Krishna and thing will be better. Everything will be all right. Just chant Hare Krishna. He said, Prabhupada, I like everything in you, but I don't understand this. You tell everyone, just chant Hare Krishna, everything will be all right. I don't understand this, Prabhupada. He said, you also should chant Hare Krishna and you will understand it soon, So it's a powerful process, So you have to take it up and only then you can relish the glories which we read and hear every day from different speakers. We don't put in practice, and that is the point we become doubtful sometimes. It's too good to be believed, I simply chanting Hare Krishna, everything will be all right. I don't understand that, Maybe we don't chant the way we should be chanting. Sometimes we get just false ego tells, I am chanting for 10 years. I am chanting for 25 years. That is another sign of false ego. It means we are not chanting attentively. Are we chanting? No. The chanting means, can we hear the all syllables of each mantra, of each round, every day? And that is chanting. Then we know, I chanted 16 rounds, but as per book, I chanted 2 rounds today, Because 14 rounds, I couldn't hear each and every word attentively, Yes, I did my quantity, I did my vows, I did minimum 16 round chanting. But honestly, when he asks, someday I chant 4 rounds, someday 6, sometime 2. It depends. If I check qualitatively, But we are glad at least we are chanting. We are grateful that we are chanting. We have taken up the process. So we are making steady progress. And our chanting will improve, our destiny will change. There's another devotee, whose the palmist told that he should live only for 30 years. His age line was 30 years max in his hand. He became devotee, he's still living. He's about 59 years old. He's still very active in ISKCON, preaching vigorously, doing nice services. He's still alive, chanting, reading, doing services. And he challenged all the palmists that everyone told when, that he cannot live more than 30 years. So, Bhakti Yoga challenged everything and everyone. Sometimes we come to Krishna consciousness, leaving all material designations and material false egos. And unknowingly, we start doing similar thing in our Krishna consciousness also. Within ISKCON we start exemplifying the same symptom and behavior. You know? Like Prabhupada writes that this material world is not meant for Nitya Mukta. It is for Nitya Baddha. No? It is for rebellious souls who cannot operate under spiritual authority, who cannot operate under the instructions of Krishna or the spiritual master or spiritual authorities. And we notice sometimes within ISKCON also, people give up their material false ego, but again they develop some false ego within their spiritual world. You know, and that also check their progress. They don't make progress. They spend many number of years in ISKCON. They think I am 30 years old in ISKCON. I am 35 years old. I have been reading and chanting and serving for 25 years. But they are not making progress because they are also rebellious natured. They always challenge the authority. You know. The authorities want you to do this seva. You know, no, why only me? Don't you see so many devotees, Prabhu? When we are brand new devotees, if some authority says, Prabhu, can you please set up this room for Sunday feast lecture? Yes, Prabhu. Thank you very much, Prabhu. You are so kind-hearted. You are engaging me in service. Right? When we join ISKCON, each and every devotee in ISKCON is Paramhamsa for us. You know, everyone is Paramhamsa. We don't look at problems. Thank you very much, Prabhu. You are giving me service. You are so kind to me. And same devotee after 10 years of seva. How we become after 10 years or 15 years? Same, Prabhu said, Prabhu, can you please set up temple hall? This is a time for Sunday feast program. Prabhu, you only look at me. You don't see any other devotees. I have so much to do. You know, what happened to you? You only look at me. Then we are not grateful to devotees. We become rebellious. We become rebellious to our authorities. Even to spiritual master. Now within ISKCON, now spiritual master also. I was speaking to a guru in ISKCON. He was telling, 20 years ago, I used to give very clear instruction to each and every disciple. Now I don't give because they don't follow. Then they commit aparad. Then I get some reaction and they get some reactions, you know. So now spiritual masters are so careful in giving instructions because they're not sure their disciple would follow or not. You know? Devotees go to spiritual master, Guru Maharaj, what is instruction for me? If Guru Maharaj gives, they don't follow as it is. That is rebellious nature. So we don't make progress. That is just like again covering the clouds. You know, clouds are covering moonshine and they become puffed up with false ego. Look at me. I am so bright today. I am so beautiful and effulgent. So we become rebellious to our authorities also. Within our spiritual world, you know. And that also checks our progress. So, my request is, take home from today this hour, you know, get out of this false ego syndrome, whether it is a material false ego or false ego appeared in my spiritual life. Both can be dangerous to our progress, you know. And we are wonderful living entities, being a part and parcel of Krishna. That is our real identification. And that will give us eternal happiness, bliss, and a sense of living, and sense of operating with utmost enthusiasm. And Krishna will take care of everything. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening so attentively. If you have any question, if I fail to clarify any point or doubt, I am fortunate Maharaj is sitting here. He can clarify and he can add some comments also to my limited knowledge. So we can take few questions and comments.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. And you said it will be offense, aparatha, if you don't follow your Diksha Guru's instruction. And if I don't follow my Shiksha Guru's instructions, is it same?
Yes, yes. Because both are doing the same work. Both are connecting us to the parampara. Initiating spiritual master is connecting to parampara in a formal way. Shiksha Guru is connecting us to the same parampara in an informal way. But both business are same. If both are taking us to Krishna, then either we shouldn't take instructions. If we take instruction, we must follow. Gurus shouldn't be taken as a fashion only. And when they give instruction, we don't follow. What is the point?
If I unintentionally or unknowingly follow some instructions of Shiksha Gurus.
Yeah, then we can always ask for forgiveness, If unknowingly we are unable to follow for some reason, then the moment we come to know that, oh, they wanted me to do this service, but I didn't, then we can clarify. But the point is, especially what I find in India, there's a difference between Indian devotees and Western devotees. And Maharaj will agree with me because Maharaj has seen both parts of this world, Indian devotees, in our upbringing, we don't know how to say no. We don't know. No. In parents, oh, you said no to us? Never say no. Bad thing. We don't know how to say no, But in Western devotees, they are very upfront, very honest. If they don't like anything, they say no. You understand? They can say no to their spiritual master also. So that is not offensive. You tell your Guru, Guru Maharaj, I listen to your instruction carefully, but trust me, Guru Maharaj, I am not capable to do this seva. I won't be able to do this seva. Please find someone else. I am incompetent, Guru Maharaj, If Guru Maharaj say no, I give you Shakti also, because Shakti is hidden in the instruction of Guru. But if we are still not capable, we should learn how to say no. No? Indian's neck is always like that. And that's why when we go to a physiotherapist, what they say, you have to do exercise, this and this also. Because we always do this, and we get stiff neck. We don't know how to say no. Nothing wrong in saying no with honesty, sincerity, and humility. With a valid reason. People understand. Guru understand. Shiksha Guru understand. Counselor understand. But don't say yes if we are unable to follow the order. That will be more offensive. Saying no will be little offense only. You can make him understood. But saying yes and then don't doing anything it's horrible actually, So we should learn how to say no if we think we are the wrong person for this seva. I have no capacity, time. Mature Guru asks disciple, do you have time for this seva? I know you have so many services, but I have another service in my mind. You think you have time to do this, Because Gurus are also very conscious now. They don't want their disciples should commit offenses. They don't want. So expert Gurus are checking now, Before giving order, they are checking the depth of the water before they dive down. It's Kali Yuga. Is it okay, Prabhu? It's a very detailed science of this question actually. We can give to different avenue and different depths. But this is the briefest answer I can give.
Thank you very much.
Yes, Prabhu. And then Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank
Hare
you so
Krishna.
much, Prabhuji, for the wonderful enlightening lecture. Prabhuji, I have few doubts. One of that is that the consciousness we perceive through whatever we feel, we touch, we feel the senses and all. So some scientific people says that there is central nervous system where there is electric shocks going on, and then we get to understand. So Prabhuji, still how biologically we can make some people understand this, because some newcomers will say it's your imagination only. So how these work and how we can perceive that side?
I think I understood your question. That is not very difficult to answer. See, when people die in hospital, in ICU, to revive their consciousness, to bring them back to life, doctors do their best. And when they think they cannot save, what is their last try? You know what the last attempt they do? Electric shock, what you're telling. Give some electricity. They put electric, boom, 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 boom. They make him revive. Have you seen that?
Yes.
I have seen that. That is the last effort, the last try, that if we can bring that patient to consciousness again. So if only electricity works in this body and there's no such thing called soul which spread consciousness, then they should be able to bring back all the patient to life. Then all the patients should get cured and come from hospital alive. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Only 90% come back from their comas. 90% people die in coma. Only 10% is a success rate in survival. But they give electric shock to everyone. That is the only last methodology to revive a patient. So if electricity is everything, why they cannot put a 440 volt current? Put a permanent electricity wire, make him alive. No. Excess of electricity also kills person. So many people die due to electric shock. So electricity is not the survival. This is again false ego. Like clouds are brightened due to presence of moonshine. We are effulgent due to presence of soul and consciousness. And the patient or doctor revives patient due to presence of soul. Soul has not left the body. If soul has left the body, best doctor, best surgeon, best hospital, best country, best money cannot save. Princess Diana, the most beautiful woman of the world, traveling in the best car in the world, best and biggest and safest car. The car challenges. In accident, the passenger of this car will never be killed. That was the challenge of manufacturer of the car industry. You know that story of Princess Diana when she died in France. The best road, best country, best car, best driver, most beautiful woman. Princess, Lady Diana, When she died, finish, time up, see you later. Nothing could save her. So many great personalities,
Yes. Thank you,
So
Prabhuji.
that is again false ego. Oh, we'll save this person. Prabhupada says, if body is made, if we buy your argument, that body is made up with all chemicals, and you are a chemist, doctor, then you should know, after my blood report, that which chemicals are getting down. Why don't you inject those chemicals and make me live? Make me live forever then. If body is based on chemicals only, soul has nothing to do, then it's so easy, isn't it? All the chemicals are available in hospitals and medical science, Then they should inject, magnesium is low, we'll give you magnesium. Zinc is low, iron is low, calcium is low. Inject me with all the chemical, make me alive forever, I don't want to die. It doesn't happen. That's how it works. Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna.
Pranam.
Dandavat pranam.
Prabhuji, this is some question, personal question. Like, when we feel pain and cry, is it a part of a false ego?
Pain and pride.
Pain and when we cry.
Pain and cry.
When we suffer, it's like when we are feeling something,
Yes.
even after coming in Krishna consciousness. Is it our false ego?
If we are crying, considering that I am this body and everything is related to my body, in that mood when we cry, that is waste of our valuable tears. We are crying for something which is not permanent. That is the whole Bhagavad Gita is centered towards your question. And Krishna was trying to enlighten Arjuna because he was also crying and he was in pain. But then how this Bhagavad Gita was spoken to give us message through Arjuna that you are not this body and these people who are going to be killed by you, they are not the bodies. So if you cry for Krishna, that Krishna, how long I will suffer here? When will I become your pure devotee? I don't see you as other devotee look at you, with so much of love and affection and devotion. I don't. Why I am so stone-hearted? That tears are meaningful tears. That is not false ego, that is real ego. So we always try and advocate that save our tears for Krishna. We shouldn't shed our tears in front of people who don't care. Save them for someone who does care. Krishna doesn't tolerate tears in the eyes of his pure devotees. Then he has to do something. So if we are crying for Krishna, or we are crying for pure devotee of Krishna, when we look at them, they are in miserable condition, and we want to help them, that is a wonderful cry. Yashoda Maya was always crying for Krishna. She was not under the false ego. She was fearful of Krishna. Oh, my Krishna would be safe today. So, crying is natural emotion. We cannot suppress it. We cannot say, oh, devotee shouldn't cry. Prabhupada says, when our spiritual master leaves body, we should cry. So, crying is natural emotion like laughing, smiling, getting upset. They all are natural emotions. They are described again in Nectar of Devotion in detail. So, we cannot just say, oh, we are devotee now. Oh, we shouldn't cry. We will never cry. No, we are not stone. Devotee means not stone-hearted. It's like butter. So, but we should cry at the right place for the right purpose. That will be our Krishna conscious cry. Not covered by clouds, real effulgence.
So how to like at this stage, how to think that to realize that we are not, matlab, I think that we are not this part of body. Matlab, we are souls.
Very good.
And
Not many people
but
think.
we are not able to, follow deeply this thing.
Associate more with devotees who are convinced that they are spirit soul and part and parcel of Krishna. Associate with devotees who are less materially affected. If you want to become a good book reader, associate with devotees who are good book readers. If you want to improve chanting, associate with devotees who are good chanters. So association rubs off. Okay? I know it's difficult. We read, we say many times we are not this body. But at testing time, so many times we fail. But keep practicing with good association and guidance. We'll come over. So thank you very much. Maharaj, I really request Maharaj to add something. Please, Maharaj, you can sum up our discussion today. We want to take advantage of your presence, Maharaj. Please. I can only beg Maharaj. Okay, but we'll get a chance to hear Maharaj in tomorrow and coming up days. Maharaj is here till Rath Yatra, and we are thankful to Maharaj. He came all the way just to, add flavor to our Rath Yatra. He's a wonderful speaker, wonderful author, wonderful musician, Kirtaniya, and we'll take advantage. I would say next 4 days we should come to temple every morning and take association of Maharaj and his classes and Kirtan. Thank you, Maharaj, for being so merciful on Noida and Noida devotees. So Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samast Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. You can ask me later now, okay? Thank you. Hare Krishna.
जय श्री श्री राधा गोविंद देव भगवान की जय, जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई की जय, श्री श्री गौर निताय की, जगत गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल, हरे कृष्ण। थैंक यू महाराज। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा, बोलिए सब लोग बोलिए, ताली बजाएं, कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा, बोलो बोलो, कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्णा